Fake is the new real. Don't get caught up. Otherwise, you'll lose your identity trying to be like everyone else. You don't want to lose your identity trying to be something that you're not because you want to be accepted by others. You have to figure out how to be yourself and make that work for you. Maybe you have to tone yourself down a bit. Maybe you have to work on how you interact with others. Sometimes it's a us thing. Maybe there are some ways that we can do things different so that way other people can be a little bit more comfortable around us. But most of the times, you know, there's really not much you can do. And I'm going to be honest, there are things that you can do to change if it is you. Maybe it's something you have to change. Maybe it's the way you talk to people. Maybe it's the way you deal with people. Maybe it's something about you that you have to change. All right. But if you find yourself trying to fit in with people who won't accept you, there's nothing you have to change. Don't be fake to try to fit in with anybody that won't accept you. Anybody that doesn't take you for you, anyone that you can tell feels some type of way towards you or is not really someone that's not really rocking with you or dealing with you the same way they deal with other people, that's okay. All right. Sometimes with people don't know you. Sometimes people need time to get to know you. So these are reasons why you can't force yourself on people. Sometimes people need time to get to know people. Sometimes people are just fake. Either way, you don't want to force yourself on the people. And I'm giving other scenarios for this video because not everyone is fake. All right, it may seem like everyone is fake, but not everyone is fake. There's real people out there. There's real, genuine, cool people out there. All right. So, but the thing is this. All right, you don't want to change who you are trying to fit in with fake people because fake is the new real. You'll end up being a real person and end up feeling bad because you're not fake. You'll end up being a real person and end up feeling bad about yourself because you're not fake, because you're not trying to fit in with fake people, because you're not going to degrade yourself, you're not going to lower your standards, your morals, you're not going to change who you are to please other people. There are certain people who want you to give up some of the things about yourself to fit in with them. Certain people, and someone told me this a long time ago, you can't hang around assholes because you'll become one. It doesn't matter if those assholes are people that you know. It doesn't matter if those people. It doesn't matter if they're people that people that you know, people that are close to you. Whoever a type of person is who they are. And it may be hard for you to accept whoever that person, whatever that person may be to you. But if that person isn't the best person, that person isn't the best person. If that person is a jerk, they're a jerk. If they're, a piece of work, they're a piece of work. If you're a piece of work, you're a piece of work. So, whoever's got to work on themselves, they got to work on themselves. Somebody got to work on themselves. To be completely honest, we all have to work on ourselves, and everyone has to work on themselves. But I'd rather stay to myself and be by myself than be a fake person. All right. I'd rather, be to myself than be a fake person. It takes a brave individual to stand up and go against society's ways and standards. All right. It takes a brave person to stand up and say, you know what? I'm not going to be a fake person. I'm not going to talk about other people behind their back. I'm not going to be fake with other people. If I can see they don't like me, I'm just going to kindly keep my distance. All right. I'm not going to pressure. I'm not going to force myself onto other people and try to make them like me. I'm not going to force myself onto other people, try to make them like me. I'm not going to try to force myself to like other people when I can tell that they really don't, they're really not feeling me like that. That's okay. Not everybody is going to like you, but you don't have to be fake. with people who don't like you. You don't have to be fake with people who you know have an issue with you. You don't have to be fake with people who you know are going to sooner or later, one day down the line, play you some type of way, backstab you some type of way, or do you dirty some type of way. Why give them the rope and allow them, why give them the rope to tie the noose and stand up on the stand and put your head in? Don't do that to yourself. All right, being fake is the new real. Don't lose yourself getting caught up being around fake people. All right, a lot of people will end up losing themselves being caught up being around fake people. They don't know any better. It's like they're just trying to fit in. They're trying to make friends. And I see a lot of people who take on the spirit of other people, but that's not them. It's like deep down inside, you could look at a person and tell that, like, yo, this is not you. That's not who you are. Why are you acting like that? But majority rules. People have fear of abandonment. People are codependent. All right. There's different cases of codependency. Just because other people may not have codependency the way you do, all right, there are people who still have codependency. Why do you think there are people who need to be in groups? Why do you think there are people who need to be in a pack? Why do you think there are people who feel afraid or feel alone or feel, don't feel as strong if they're around other people? There are other people who are codependent upon other people more than just yourself. If you were the type of person that had a fear of abandonment or a fear of people not liking you because of a decision you make or a choice you make or a statement that you say or a stance that you take. Some people, because of peer pressure, is like, oh no, I'm not gonna say no to my friends and not rob this bank, because if I don't, they're not gonna like me afterwards. Fear of abandonment. Some people who have a fear of abandonment that are hanging out with people who are bad people, they may not necessarily be bad people themselves, but they have a fear of not being liked by this powerful individual and the status that they hold. Maybe, they don't want to lose out on their opportunity. Maybe they don't want their money messed up. Maybe they want to get up in life. Maybe they're trying to make some connections and they have to get in where they fit in with certain people and rub shoulders with certain people, even though those people may not be the type of person that they should be rubbing shoulders with. In a sense, that's selling your soul. All right, there are some people who will sell their soul. You don't have to be rich and famous to sell your soul. There are people who sell their souls every day. People who give in to certain things they don't want to do. People who pretend to be a type of person that they really don't want to be for a situation that they don't even want to be in the first place. You have to keep it real with yourself, and you have to create opportunities for yourself to where you don't have to pretend. You have to create opportunities for yourself where you can be your true, real, authentic self without having to fake the funk to get what you want. All right, I rebuke the spirit of anybody having to fake the funk to get what they want. You don't have to fake the funk to get what you want. You can get what you want by staying true to yourself, believing in yourself. When one door closes, another one opens. Sometimes you have to make some sacrifices. It may be uncomfortable. It may not be good. You may not like it. But if you don't give up and if you keep going, which I know you will, watching this video, it's going to allow you to reach a height that you did not know you could reach. You're going to reach a height unbeknownst to you. All right, all because you stay true to yourself. There are people who stay true to themselves and they have $1 million businesses now. Oh, you should change your music up this way. You know how many people told Young Thug he should change the way he rap? Man, don't make music like that, Young Thug. Don't make music. Everybody been so down. Everybody been so down. Shout out to Sosa. Shout out to Young Thug. All right. Shout out to YSL Woody. Shout out to J Mane. All right. FYB J Mane. Shout out to all them dudes. All right. If you change who you are, you can end up missing a bag. You can end up missing out on an opportunity. You can end up missing out on an opportunity that called specifically for someone like you. There's only one you. You could lose yourself trying to fit in with people who you have no business fitting in with. Peer pressure is the main example of that. You know how many people are walking around right now, homeless, Um, life is in the dumps, you know, because they did something because other people were doing it, and now they're addicted to something, and now their life is thrown. Their life is pretty much thrown away until they fix it and they make a change. They may not. That may not even. You know how many people are walking around living a life that's not them, that's not true to who they are, because they wanted to fit in with other people. Oh man, you corny if you don't do these, if you don't do this. You're corny if you don't take this. You're corny if you don't pop this. You're corny if you don't do this. And now the person's walking around with a mental illness because their mind's all screwed up. They have a chemical imbalance, and they took something and they'll never be the same again. And those people that gave it to them are living their life with families. Some of them graduated college. Some of them are managers. Some of them are homeowners. And they left that person to walk around in the street, homeless, lifeless, poor. You know, who knows what could possibly happen when you make decisions that are unbefitting to who you are, unbecoming to who you're supposed to be. This is why you got to get this is why you got to get the negative people out of your life, and you have to have only quality people, OQP, only quality people in your life. All right, there's certain things that I've learned from other people that have changed my life for the better, and I'm sticking with them. I'm telling you, only quality people. I went over to chill with some people, went over to have a good time and watch the game with my bro, and I saw him the next day. I said, yo, OQP, only quality people. I went back the next day. One of the people who I said, when I said only quality people, one of them people was dead. The very next day. Only took him one day to make a decision that would take his, not change his life, take his life. Don't lose yourself trying to fit in with the crowd. Don't go with the crowd. If Noah went with the crowd, he wouldn't have listened to God and built that ark. Maybe God has you building an ark in another way. Maybe you going your own way, telling these people no, losing these friends, these fake ass friends. Maybe that's you building your ark, getting these fake friends out your life, taking the right turn instead of the wrong turn. Maybe that's you building the foundation for the start of a new life for you. Leave people behind that aren't up to no good. All right, leave people behind that are up to no good. Leave people behind that don't have anything to lose. I saw a video today talking about don't deal with people if they don't have anything to lose. Don't deal with people if they don't have anything to lose. All right? Don't deal with people who don't have anything to lose. Don't deal with people who you know are trying to bring you down. If someone and the life they're living is going to bring you down, you got to separate yourself, no matter how hard it hurts, no matter how much you are cool with your friends, no matter how long you've known them. Yo, man, you're a punk if you don't go rob this bank with us. You're a coward if you don't go rob this bank with us. All you got to do is drive. There's some people that all they do is drive and they don't make it back alive. Because the person that's driving usually is the person that gets shot. People get caught. The person in the driver's seat, that's the first person that the shooter's going to go for. Car can't go nowhere if the driver get hit, especially in the head. Gotta make wise decisions. Gotta want to hang around people who make wise decisions. Don't put yourself in danger. Don't put yourself in harm's way. If you know somebody lives a destructive life, that's not cool. No matter how cool people think that person is, no matter how cool that person portrays themselves to be, there's nothing cool about losing a life. You can't come back from that. That's not cool. There's nothing cool about somebody taking something and it messing them up, and now this person is wandering around the street crazy, unable to take care of themselves, using the bathroom on themselves, nothing to eat, no place to live, outside in the cold, the heat, the rain, the snow. Person doesn't even know what the heck is going on in their life, just wandering around aimlessly because they done took something and it messed them up. Why? Because they wanted to be cool. They wanted to fit in. And those same people that told them that they were a punk and a coward for not doing something to fit in with their loser butt, their loser ass, they now living in a mansion somewhere. They're now being a manager somewhere. They're now owning a business somewhere. And they left their friend out in the street. They left their friend to wander aimlessly and to not have nothing and to have a destroyed, worthless life. They wouldn't want to live that way. Not being able to take care of themselves, not knowing what day it is, who they are. Totally just crazy. Just gone. All right. And there are other instances where people are totally crazy and just gone just by the people that they hang around. You know, if you hang around people who have demons on them, that's what you're going to get. If you hang around people with demons, you're going to have demons on you. You hang around people who are up to no good, you're gonna end up being up to no good too. If you hang around people who sell their soul to treat other people badly because it makes them feel good about themselves, you're gonna end up selling your soul, and you're gonna end up treating other people badly. You're gonna end up losing yourself. You're gonna end up becoming fake. You're gonna end up being one of the worst people that you could possibly be. All right? There's more than one ways to lose your identity because you're around fake people. All right, some of these people want you to be gossipers, slanderers. All right, some of these people want you to defame other people's character so you can have that demonic stain on your spiritual report card. Oh yeah, we got spiritual report cards, man. You better get your soul clean and your mind right out here. You talking about a life report card, you got a spiritual report card when you leave this earth. You have to strive to do your best. You have to. You owe it to God and the universe. All the blessings God has bestowed upon you, all the times he saved you and helped you, you owe it to him to do your best. You can take heed to this message if you want to. You owe it to God to do your best. You do. You owe it to God to do your best, all right? So don't be a fake person. Don't be a destructive person. Don't be a self-destructive person. Don't tear yourself down to fit in with other people. The only reason why someone would not think you were fit to be around them is because you're better than them. Only reason why people who are around you try to get you to do things or say you're a coward or you're a punk or you're a hoe or you're a biatch or whatever they say because you don't do something that they want you to do that's going to destroy your life is because they want you to do something to destroy your life. They want you to do something that's going to make your life equal to theirs. They want you to bring these people down, and they want you to be a bad person because deep down inside they're miserable. And if you're doing the same thing as them, they can feel comfortable because they get the sense or the feeling that you're miserable too. You think you're being cool with people, you think you're fitting in, but all you're doing is getting sucked in and pulled into a miserable, toxic group of demonic entities that feed off of the life force and the spirit power of the righteous. And that's not something that you want to do. All right, you don't have to be something that you're not. You can be yourself. You don't have to. If someone is not you, if someone you know is not you, if the people that you know are not you, even if the people who are near and dear to you are not you, don't force yourself into any situations where you're not wanted, because you're going to end up losing yourself because people are fake. You're going to end up getting caught up in the fakeness. Fake is the new real. If you're real, you're considered fake. You got fake people out here saying, you got fake people out here thinking that they're real, and they're manipulating the real people, the real ones, to think that they're fake. The fake people have it so sewed up with this dark manipulative psychology that they're using on us. They have us thinking that we're the ones that are fake. They have us thinking that we're the ones that are doing something wrong for standing up for ourselves. They have us thinking that we're the ones that are wrong because we don't want to be bullied. We don't want to be treated like shit, because we don't want to be done dirty, because we're not going to just sit there and take whatever it is they want to deliver to us in the form of negative treatment. You're not just going to take that. You're not just going to allow people to do you any kind of way. And they have a problem with you because of that. There are people right now who have an issue with you because you won't give in to them and allow them to treat you the way they see fit, because it makes them feel better about themselves. And you can see that. You're not bowing down to anybody. You're not being anybody's doormat. You're not going to allow anyone to treat you bad so they can feel good. Don't let people treat you bad so they can feel good, and don't feel that you need to be treated bad by other people and be accepted by other people just so you can feel good. If being accepted by other people is you being treated bad, number one, that's not being accepted, and number two, that's possibly being tolerated. You don't want to be tolerated. You want to be accepted. You don't want to not be accepted. You want to be you don't want to not just you don't want to not be accepted and be tolerated. And you don't want to be tolerated and not be accepted. These are things, like, there are things that you deserve from other people when you interact with them, because there are things that you are giving when you interact with other people. As a giving person, as a chosen one, as a child of God, there are certain things that people get from interacting with you off the rip. Off the rip. And you have to start taking pride in these things and prizing these things, and just not letting anybody have access to it. There are some people out here that are pretending to be real, and what they are is real fake. You can't be nice and mean to someone at the same time. You can't play games with someone and be mean-spirited and smile in their face and act like you're cool with them at the same time. Eventually, you can, but people are going to see through it, and they're just going to be like, okay, this person is fake. Don't feel pressured to be real with fake people. If somebody is being fake, if somebody is being fake nice to you, just be cordial with them. Don't get upset about it. Don't be fake back with them. Don't let it irritate you. Just be cordial. Just be normal. All right. And the best way you could do that is show love to people. People that are fake, people that hate you. The best way to quell your own spirit and to not be irritated and aggravated by those types of souls of never-ending torment and misery, the best thing to do with them is to just to vibrate on the frequency of love. Whenever you're in their presence, vibrate on the frequency of love. If people who don't like you can get you to not like them, they win. Because they don't care if they don't like you, but they know it bothers you because you don't like them and you're a good person. And for you to not like somebody, you got to be bothered by them. The type of person they are, they're not going to like you just because. But if you don't like them, it's because you're bothered by them, even though they're bothered by you. And that's one of the reasons why they don't like you. But you being a good person, if you don't like them, that means you're bothered by them. And if you're bothered by them, that means they're winning. So you can't even not like the people who don't want you to like them, even if they don't like you. Because it's all about you. Even when it seems like it's about them, it's still about you. So allow people to be fake. Allow people to be fake, because not everybody is going to be real. You're rare. All right, you're a rare find. You're a rare find. You're a precious jewel. You're a crystal. All right, you're one of them rare fine crystals, rubies, gems that people gotta dig real deep up underneath the earth. I'm talking about one of them rare crystals. I'm talking about one of them crystals that's so deep, it's so close to the magma that you don't even find it on the surface. You got to dig deep for it. It's so close to the heat and to the source and to the core energy of this earth. Can't nobody even spot you like that. Can't nobody even find you like that. Even though you stand out. All right, even though you stand out. But you're a rare find. It's not too many people like you. You're real. That's what makes you stand out. You're rare, but you're real. Somebody digs one of those crystals up out the earth, it's not going to be like the rest of the crystals that pop up out the earth. That one was deep down in there next to the core. That one's going to be prized a little bit more. You know, it took a little bit of extra work to get that one. You got to prize yourself. It should take a little bit more extra work to get you. Don't just willingly place yourself in anybody's circle. All right, don't just willingly place yourself in anybody's life. There are people out here who are portraying to be something that they're not. There are people out here who are portraying to have a good spirit but have evil in their hearts. There are people out here who are portraying to be your friend and they're not. There are people out here who are portraying to be kind-hearted individuals, good people to you, and they're not. People will not be good to you in one breath and then do something that seems shady, bad, ignorant, or evil to you in the next. Good people do not do that. Snakes do that. Fakes do that. But the greats, we don't do that. We don't do something to someone and then act another way to them. If I don't like you, if I feel the need to do something to you, I'm just gonna stay away from you because I probably don't like you, and I probably am waking up in the morning and sending positive energy to you to start my day because I don't like you. So I'm just going to stay away from you and not want anything to do with you. I'm not going to act fake to get you to come into my life to try and treat you bad so I can feel better about myself. I don't have those kinds of issues. That's not my heart. That's not my heart. I don't have those type of issues, man. That's not my heart. That's not my soul. That's not my mind. That's not my thought process. That's not my life. Those aren't my intentions. That's not my way of being. That's not my person. That's not my modus operandi. That's not the way I'm choosing to live my life. You know, as a real person, you're an endangered species. as a real person, you're an endangered species. There's so many people out here playing games that want to do wrong to other people just because you want to do right. You gotta cherish your realness. You gotta cherish the realness in other people. You are truly an authentic being. You are truly an authentic being. And it's like being organic around inorganic products. You're organic, you're natural, you're real. You're hard to find, you're rare. Just like the saying, I used to think this saying was cliche, and it was like anybody could have came. Real is rare, fake is everywhere. Okay, I get it, whatever. Real is rare and fake is everywhere. If you're real, you're rare. If you're real, you are a rare find. There's not too many people out there that are living by morals, that are living by standards, that are living by integrity, that are living by the golden rule, that won't do anything to anybody unless, you know, they aren't going to do anything to anybody that doesn't do anything to them. You know, even people that are living by the law of not retaliating, you know, there's some real people out there that, you know, may retaliate. I get it. I understand. Me personally, I'm just choosing not to because it's just, you know, it's just a waste of time for me. I'm working towards so many greater things in my life. I'm just gonna let God handle. I'm letting God fight those battles. All right. I used to hear people say that. I'm like, let God take care of it. I'm like, what you talking about? Oh, I forgot. Okay, yeah. Let me let God handle that. I'm like, I don't have to retaliate. I don't have to get upset. I don't have to feel no type of way. All I have to do is let God take care of that. That's all I have to do. All right. So stay away from people who don't have the same interest as you, or spirit as you, or mind as you, because you could end up losing yourself and getting caught up trying to be in somebody's group, trying to be somebody's friend, trying to be something that you're not, trying to think you need to fit in with people who don't even care about you or themselves, most likely, more than likely. They don't even care about themselves more than likely. All right, most fake people, they don't even care about themselves. That's the thing. Most fake people, they don't care about themselves. They don't care about the people that they're faking like they're cool with. But there are a lot of fake people out there. And you have to, as a real person, you got to be careful, because they're going to try to enter into your life. You're rare. They're going to try to attach themselves to you. They're going to try to, figure out how to, some of these people are trying to clone you. They're trying to clone your energy. They're trying to clone your spirit. They're trying to clone your style. They want to get close to you to try to, figure out certain things about you, steal them, take them, and implement them in their own life. Like a lot of people today that want to be, a lot of people today that are coming off as friendly are really wolves in sheep's clothing. They're snakes. They're snakes and parasites. A lot of people who are pretending to be real, but you can see they're fake. They're snakes and parasites. People, and I have to keep driving this home. I have to keep driving this home because I have to kill the naive spirit on somebody out there. All right, you cannot trust people who will seem good to you and do things to you that confuse you because they're not good. The reason why you're confused over fake people is because they smile in your face and they, say this and say that, but then their actions will show you that, that's really not the type of person that they are. And that's confusing. Why would this person who's so nice to me and always this and always that, why would they do anything to come up against me? Why would they do anything to try to make my life harder or difficult? But after a while of you keep seeing the same thing, and on top of that, sometimes people will be brave enough to do it because they see that and they know that no one's going to care. So you'll have people who will do things because, man, no one's going to care about him. No one's going to care if we this. No one's going to care if we that. And they'll keep doing these things and keep bullying you and keep harassing you and keep bothering you until you give up, or until you quit, or until you move, or until you relocate, or until you no longer choose to be there. A lot of people end up getting run out of places because people want them out of there. A lot of people end up moving, quitting, relocating, finding other jobs, doing other things because people secretly, covertly don't want you there. But they're the way they present themselves in a way to where it looks like they don't have an issue with you, but lo and behold, there are little things and little interactions and little instances that happen throughout your interactions with them that show you that, this person really is up against me. This person is really out to get me. And it's just like little things that you have to ignore, little things you have to let go. And these are the people that in the morning, when you wake up in the morning, you send positive energy to. The people that are harassing you, bothering you, trying to make your life difficult, when you wake up in the morning, send positive energy to those people because they need it. All right, send positive energy to those people because they need it. And you need it. You need to send some positive energy to them, because once those thoughts and images of them come to your mind, of all the things that they've done or all the things that they're doing, it could potentially piss you off, pester you, throw off the spirit of your day. These are things that you don't want. You want to have a positive spirit to your day. You want to have a good spirit to your day. And by sending love to the people who have hate for you, you're able to control the spirit of your day and to project positive energy out into the universe. Even to the people who don't like you, when you send bad out to them, that bad is still going to come back to you. So you have to send good energy out to them, so that way you won't link up with any more negative people like them or them in general. And the things that they're doing will be less impactful. You'll meet less people who are going to do you dirt or to do you any harm. So here's the things that you want to do with people like this. You don't want to, even though you see they're fake, you don't want to accuse them of being fake. You may recognize them as fake, but you don't want to accuse them. As soon as you see that they're not real, just deal with them from a positive point of view. Don't go in your mind and start, name calling, attacking, and all this stuff. All that's going to do is trouble your mind, and all that's going to do is create bad energy when you have to see people and deal with them. So even when people are doing you wrong, even when people are doing things that are petty to pester you, to bother you, all right, you still have to have a positive idea about certain people in your mind. Otherwise, you're going to be self-sabotaging. Otherwise, you're going to be carrying negative energy. Otherwise, you're going to be holding yourself down, and you're going to be carrying an attitude. And that attitude, it's not going to do anything good for you. That attitude could cause you to have a bad situation. That attitude could cause something. The attitude could cause something to happen to you, or something bad to happen for you. All right, that you don't need to happen. Lost opportunity. Lost friendship because you snapping and spazzing on people because you're dealing with a whole bunch of negativity. The one thing you don't want to do is be changed or altered by other people. I had the opportunity to meet somebody yesterday, but because of all the things that I go through, and I'm so on edge about certain things, my trust wasn't my trust right now. I'm building it, and the trust level that I have, it did not allow me to have a good first impression with this person. Not that I care about first impressions, because I don't know if anybody else doesn't, but I don't care about first impressions. But the fact that my experiences didn't allow me to have the type of experience that I would like to have upon meeting a person, because of all the people who are fake, all the people who backstab, all the people who get close to you and do you dirty. I have to work on my trust. A lot of people have come close to me recently only to do me harm and to do me wrong. A lot of people that I'm close to, people that I wasn't close to, that I met, that said they were going to help me, I've been let down a lot. So I have to work on my trust, because it's a lot of it has been tampered with. A lot of my trust has been, for the most part, soiled. Soiled it. That's what folks have done to my trust. But I have to rebuild it. It's my responsibility to rebuild it. It's my responsibility to not continue to be scarred. And I'm just not gonna trust nobody. I'm still not gonna trust nobody, but I'm going to make people earn that trust. Trust is something that has to be earned. It's not something that should be easily doled out. It's not something that should be easily given out. It should be doled out. People got to earn your trust. No matter how good they look, no matter what type of opportunity they present, no matter who they are, they got to earn your trust. All right, don't lose your soul trying to please fake people. Don't lose yourself, your identity, trying to fit in with fake people. There are people who don't even know who they are anymore because they put themselves and linked up and meshed themselves with people who they had no business dealing with. And now, you'll look at people, you'll be like, yo, who are you? What happened to you? I don't even recognize you anymore. And this person's got these new friends. And some people, they get so deep in, they can't get out. You work for people, you do business with people, you get yourself all intermingled with people. Then you realize that, what? I don't even know who the hell I am anymore. Don't lose yourself or become somebody different just in order to fit in with other people. If the people you're trying to fit in with, if they all treat people like trash, leave them. You don't need friends that bad, but it goes back to the fear of abandonment. There's fear of abandonment on all types of levels. People could have friends and look like they're living it up and they got the life that you want because they're socializing, having this, having that, ha ha, he he. They're having people around them look like they're having fun, but they're miserable inside because they sold their soul to fit into a group. that doesn't really like them or anybody. All right, so it's nothing wrong with friends. It's nothing wrong with groups. Just make sure you actually fit in and you're not trying to force yourself. Make sure that group is you. Make sure those friends are you. Make sure those people are you. Otherwise, you might end up becoming fake, falling for the trap, and losing your identity. Peace.